Welcome to Mr. Bacon Pants Plays Games. Today we are playing Unmatched Digital Edition. Pretty excited about this game. It just came out this week. Played it a couple times. I think I'm ready to do my first look review of this great game. It's one of those games I never had the physical version, but I always wanted it. But I have a lot of games like this. So before I invested into this game that has like multiple expansions, I really wanted to know if it was different enough from like Summoner Wars or any other skirmish game that I have. So let's just go ahead and get into it, and then I'll kind of talk about what my feelings and thoughts are and kind of what kind of game this is. But at a high level, it's like a card-driven skirmish game where you have miniatures on a board, you're moving them around, and you're doing combat. So as you can see, there is a tutorial. The tutorial is fairly good. Um, I think some of the animations where you have to click and then it kind of moves you into a new section. It could be a little bit more clear because like what happens is the character talking to you, their bubbles kind of move around and it kind of I couldn't follow it. And I was like, what am I supposed to be doing next? Oh yeah, there's a bubble down the lower corner. But overall, really nice. I don't know if they could just put like a little glow around the text box so it stands out from the background more. But hey, I got through it. I had to, read. Maybe it was because I was trying to rush through it too. But tutorial's really good. There's actually some funny wit and humor in there. Kind of reminds me of Through the Ages that had a little bit of wit in their tutorial. Very good. It has the information here so you can see all the amazing people that made this game. Awesome job, guys. You did a good one. We got a nice little settings menu. Yes, there is music, but I have it turned down because maybe it's copyrighted and I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. But a lot of cool things here. There's like combat speed. There's a control for that. Map border scrolling, so when you get to the edge, it'll scroll. Skipping the opponent's turn, which is cool, but I'm going to have you guys see it because I think it helps you follow the game. It has like a thing for performance. I actually unchecked this box when I was running this on my Steam Deck just to get a little bit better battery life. Not that this game uses a lot of battery on the deck anyway. But yeah, I am playing board games on the Steam Deck, and I will let you guys know when they don't work. But so far, if there's a question mark and it's like, might work, it's probably going to work. But I'm playing this on my PC, as you can tell by the resolution. Okay, so settings is good. We do have the rule book here, and like I said, one of my main things that I think all digital board games should have is the rule book. And you also want that rule book to not just be the physical games rule book. I want it to be a game for a rule book for the digital version. Because obviously like there's different changes are made. Sometimes like the way the turn structure works or scoring works is a little bit different because translating things to a digital format, you might have to make some tweaks to like the timing structure and things like that. And so yeah, you want it to be a little bit different. This one is really nice. It even shows the interface of the game in the rulebook. So really nice job, really nice touch. Awesome there. Really like it. Really shows that they really want people to learn this game. This is one of those games that on the surface is very simple, but it's very complex in its interactions. And so having that rule book there, and it's actually the digital version's rule book, is awesome. We got achievements as well. Pretty sweet. Yeah, so there's my two games as King Arthur. I played two games so far. And I think I've lost. I have not won. Haven't mastered this game at all. Then there's the Facebook, social media, and the Discord. If you're not a member of their Discord, this is the game developers Discord. It's not just for this game. Join it. They have a lot of great games, a lot of great discussion there. Pretty active Discord server if you're into that kind of thing. So we got the tutorial. We got local games, online games. Haven't experienced that yet. Looking at their Discord server, it looks like there may be some issues right now, but I'm sure they're going to get them resolved and fixed. Like this is a very active developer coming out with updates all the time. We played other games of theirs on this channel, Concordia being one of them, and they are constantly making updates and improvements to that game. I'm sure this game is going to be no different. We also have the locals. We have a new battle, which is just like your regular, 1v1, 2v2 mode, and then we got the tutorial here as well. It is actually the same tutorial, just two ways to get to it. I think they just really wanted to make this obvious, like I said, because this is a game you really can't just jump into. There's like some subtle interactions with the cards that you really do need to know. So let's go ahead and get a 1v1 game going here. Uh, I'm going to show you what it comes with. So this is a $20 game. There is going to be a DLC season pass that's going to be coming out. They're going to be this game in the real world has a ton of different expansions. I mean, it even goes as deep as like there's a Jurassic Park expansion. So you could have King Arthur fighting a raptor, right? I mean, this game's insane. I love it. So yeah, right now you have Alice in Wonderland. Not sure where she got the giant butter knife, but she is angry. We got King Arthur with Excalibur. We got Medusa, and we got Sinbad. Yes, so those are the four that you kind of get. But like I said, it's early access right now, and they're going to be adding more. So let's just do random, and we'll do easy AI because I'm gonna do. Usually I do hard AI on this channel, but I can't even beat the easy AI. Let's change it. Let's change it today. And here's another little thing, and I think it's just because it's in early access. Like there's these arrows here that are showing me that I should be able to click these. Like I feel like I should click them, but no, you have to swipe. This was a part of the setup that was a little bit awkward. On the Steam Deck, it does have a touch screen, but it was like, why wasn't this working? And I just had to swipe. Okay. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna do this basic map here. So we'll do confirm. So we got random human versus random easy AI. I'm glad it knows that I'm a human. All right, so here we go. We're loading in. If you're still with me, that tells you that you need to like and subscribe. Subscribing lets me know you're alive. Yeah, to battle to subscribe. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about this interface a little bit. So up here in this little animated bar, this is it's gonna tell you what to do. The developer of this game, this is like a pretty common trait of theirs. It's like if you're kind of looking and you're like, what am I doing? You just look up here, and Concordia had a similar functionality where it kind of lets you know like, hey, choose a starting space for your sidekick. I like that because there's a lot of times, when you're translating a game to the digital world, things are happening for you, and then you're kind of like, whoa, where am I in the turn structure right now? Oh yeah, okay, I got to place my starting guy. Okay. Really nice. Menus here, obviously. We got Alice. You can click on Alice, and it gives you a little bit of information about her. So we're fighting her. It seems like the randomness really does favor this matchup of Alice versus King Arthur. Maybe it's just really good starting, not factions, starting characters to play as. But basically, each character has a special ability. So hers is that when you place Alice, you can choose whether she starts big or small. When Alice is big, add 2 to her attacks. And then when Alice is small, add 1 to her defense. So kind of cool there. And she also has this sidekick. And then this is their deck, so you can kind of look. I think knowing what cards they could possibly have in their hand at any given time is why I suck at this game, because I don't have a really good memory, and for me to memorize every character's cards to play like the meta game is gonna be kind of hard for me. But you know what? We're gonna give it a shot. I have a special ability as well. So when King Arthur attacks, you boost that attack. You may boost that attack and play boost card face down along with your attack. If your opponent cancels the effects of your attack card, the boost card is discarded without effect. Wah, wah. Yeah, so anyway, I do have Merlin, which is pretty awesome. He's a ranged, so that means I can shoot. And range worked very interesting in this game. So let's zoom out. So the way range works is that if Merlin's, let's say, here, right? Which, you know what? I got to place them. So yeah, I will place them there. So let's say that Merlin is here. He can shoot with a ranged attack anywhere with a matching color. So that means that anywhere here he could shoot, anywhere in the purple he could shoot, and anywhere in the wood he could shoot, like on the boat. If Merlin was in the green and Alice is here, he could not hit her with a ranged attack because the color of his circle doesn't match. So that's how range works. And then movement works where it's adjacent, but adjacency is like connected by a line. So maybe that's not really what would you call that? What's a term like connected space? We'll go ahead and click. So this is kind of like our action button. Again, very common for this developer. Action button here kind of takes you to the next step every single time. Even though this is only on PC right now, I'm sure they're going to be putting this on all the other platforms. And you can kind of tell by the interface that this is... let's talk about attacking now. I was going to say, you can tell that this is going to be a mobile game as well, just how the interface is designed. But it also works really good on desktop, which I love. I've loved that they find that balance. Okay, so right now Alice is attacking me because she is doing a melee attack. She has to be in the same spot, and that doesn't matter about color when you're doing melee. So she could have been in purple, and I could have been in red, and you can still do the melee attack. The colors only matter for range and maybe other card effects. So right now I could skip and say, you know what, hit me with everything you got. Or I could use a card to block. And cards have multi-purpose. So anyone with a shield, I can do as a defense card. If there's a starburst symbol, I can do it as an attack. Or if it's both, like this one, I can use it for both. The attack value is the number here, or defense value. So I could say I could do a defense of 3. The little circle here is the boost value. So when it says like, oh yeah, you can discard a card for a boost, it means you discard it, you ignore everything else but that circle, and you get that added value. The little number here, the X3, that's how many are in the deck. So it kind of gives you an idea of like, okay, I can pitch that one for a boost, knowing that I'll be able to draw another one. And then this is the effect that happens like after combat if you won the combat. So I can win a combat still in defense if my value is higher, and this effect would trigger, which is really cool, something to think about. This is during a combat, and it kind of steps you through the combat because there's a whole like combat chain. But anyway, let me just think real quick here. I only have one of that one, so it's like, but it is a defense card. So, all right, after combat, if King Arthur has 4 or less health, but is not defeated, set his health to 8. So that's the Holy Grail, something I'm going to want to hold on to until late game. During combat, prevent all damage. After combat, you may place Merlin in any space. Actually, this might be... Oh, but Merlin's not getting attacked, so I can't play it. Wah, wah, wah. All right, after combat, draw 1 card. And if you won the combat, draw 2 cards. So I think I might play Regroup just so I can draw a card. Ooh, wow, Alice, you're just so beefy. Yeah, so if you won the combat, choose one of your fighters in the combat and move them up to 2 spaces. So again, here it's going through the chain. So my ability's triggering first. Her ability triggers second. Yep, and then combat is over. So this is one area that I think they could have... I don't understand why... maybe I do. I don't understand. Well, I'll say what I was going to say. I don't understand why there's a close button here, and it's not just this button being a green check mark, because this is the action, button. It's like, hey, move on the next turn, close this. Like, why is it here? And my sneaky suspicion is that, again, since this is going to be kind of optimized for mobile as well, this is a popover, like a layover. And so maybe they're thinking, oh, this button could be hidden on smaller screens. And so after this combat thing is over, you click close and then you click this. But yeah, just a little awkwardness there. I feel like they could have done that a little bit better. But yeah, maybe my thinking is correct now. Okay, so Alice is here. So I can do this where I draw a card and I can move up to 2 spaces. I can also discard a card along with my move to, boost that action. But moving will take one of my 2 actions. You only get 2 actions a turn. And I kind of want to beat up on Alice, which I do need to move anyway. I'm not sure why it's saying like, wait. What is under that space? Wait a minute. How is that working? He can't. Arthur can't attack her. All right, so I'm gonna have to move. And let's do that. Check that. All right. And then I do have a nice beefy attack here for 4. So I think I'm going to play this for him, for my big guy, attacking her. Now I can boost. No, I would want to boost. I feel like I only have 1 of that, though. I was going to say, it's not like a card I'm going to use right now. I'm not half dead yet. Might want to use Bewilderment as a block card. I got 2 of them. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and boost it up to 6. Dang, Alice, you didn't block. All right, so if you won the combat, choose one of your fighters in the combat and move them up to 2 spaces. Don't really want to do that. I'd rather have her move. So let's not do that. Let's do Arthur. Where is her? Oh yeah, there's her friend. I was gonna say, why is that spider not getting into it? Is that a spider or a cat? What is that? I don't know the lore of Alice in Wonderland. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and end the turn, see what happens. I just don't understand. She has 4 cards. Like, what is she scheming? Uh-oh. I am surrounded. Okay, if your fighter started this turn in a different space, this card is valued as 5 instead. Well, no, that's not the case here. I think I'm gonna block though. I think this game, it's like, yeah, good thing I did. I'm only gonna take 2 damage. I'm trying to play a little bit more defensively this time around. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close.
To battle!
So, does this game feel different than Summoner Wars? Because I own the physical version and the digital version of Summoner Wars. And the answer to that question is yes. It does feel different from Summoner Wars. Why? Well, for one, it's miniatures and how you move around the board. The board's a little bit more dynamic. There's a lot more spaces, a lot more kind of moving around, and it's not just like cards on a mat. The combat is also very like it's not there's no luck, right? There's hidden information, but it's not luck dependent. It's like if you were really good at this game and you could count the cards, you could have a good idea of what the odds are of what the attack card's value is going to be, or your defense card's value is going to be. So it's like just a little bit thinkier, I feel, because in Summoner Wars you're literally just rolling dice. So yeah, I feel like after playing this game, I could definitely own both of these games. I feel that they are very different from each other. I always like putting Merlin on these spaces because I like having the opportunity to attack in range in multiple colors. So that's kind of why I keep moving him to those spaces. But I could definitely see owning both. So I'm gonna do after move King Arthur up to 5 spaces. Like run away, run away, run away. During combat, if your fighter started... Oh, yeah, so I can do this, and it's going to be an attack value of 5. So let's go ahead and do that. Alice, you're going to get hit. I think she's little right now. So, yeah, I think she's tiny because her thing... All right, so I'm going to boost. So should I boost? I have 2 of those in the deck. I mean, it would be nice just to bang her for 7. And then... Yeah, let's do that, right? Because then it could knock her out. She's like, well, he boosted. I better defend, right? Yep, defense. Not enough. All right, so there we go. 7 damage. Well, actually, it gets reduced by 4. There you go, Alice. She's running away. And she's big now. Okay. Now I gotta end. It's like, what am I doing? Oh, end the turn. Thank you, game, for letting me know. Oh, that thing. It's not a spider. It's a monster looking through the door. Wait, what do you mean defenseless? You have no defense? Yeah, I do. Oh, that's King Arthur. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's King Arthur. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, so the name here tells you what character can use the card. It can be used by your sidekick or you. Some cards can only be used by Merlin. Some cards can only be used by King Arthur, and I am in that situation right now, where poor little Merlin. But here's the thing: if Merlin dies, the game's not over. Just like Summoner Wars, your main character is the one that matters. So yeah, sidekick versus sidekick. Merlin's got surprised by the man crawling through the keyhole. I do not know the lore of Alice. I have no idea what this guy is. People in the comments, you can school me. It's fine. Just say, hey, that get a little bit more cultured. Read the book. But that thing is scary. It looks scary. I'm gonna assume that it's scary and terrifying.
To battle!
To battle. Yeah, this game is fairly quiet without the music, I will say. All right. So yeah, I gotta draw cards anyway. I want to chase this giant across the map. And Merlin, what are you going to do? I think Merlin's gonna run and hide. He has 1 life. He's like, that thing crawling out of the keyhole has hurt me. You ruffian. All right, so I could boost, but I'm kind of where I want to be. And man, King Arthur. Do I have an attack that lets me? It doesn't. During combat, you may boost this attack. So I could, yeah. So I guess I could just be aggressive. So let's do this. Confirm it. We're gonna boost it. I'm just gonna try to knock her out right here, right now. Wah, 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 wah. Alice, ruining my plans. I was going to destroy you. Oh yeah, so one thing to note is that defenders win ties. So when a card effect says like, you win the combat, it's really, it's really better for the defender, which I thought was kind of weird. Kind of a lot of games they want to kind of promote attacking, so like attacking the attacker gets the advantage, but no, this one the defender. All right, so yeah, she just played what is like an action card. So let me just show what those are. They have the little lightning bolt. So these are kind of like spells or instants in other games where you can play them. So instead of taking like the move action or discarding a card to attack, you can actually use these little cards to do different effects, which is kind of cool. So as you can see, like every character is going to be a little bit different. You know, something's, oh, look at that. Just defensive mode. All right, let's go ahead and move. Let's throw Arthur here. And Merlin should go here. Because I can still attack that guy, even though it doesn't matter. Because I don't have an attack for Merlin anyway. Oh, there's my Excalibur. Let's go ahead and play that. Not going to boost it, though. There we go, Jabber. So Excalibur is kind of like my main card. I have cards that let me kind of seek it out of the deck or discard pile. Lady of the Lake. Very thematic. Okay, do I want to defend? King Arthur. Is this after combat? So this is after damage is taken. So let's say this card... What do I need to get? I need to get... Oh, it's less than 4. I don't know. No, I think I'm going to take the hit. Undefended. Because I want the Holy Grail to do something. There we go. Down to 6. All right, Arthur. Alice went into turtle mode.
To battle!
So let's do the move. Let's go here. We'll go there. I feel like we're playing chess right now. Now I could boost. Do I want to boost it? I don't really want to. If I boost with this card, I won't have an attack to attack with Alice anyway, and I don't want to like get rid of that. So why don't I just kill Jabber with Flint? Feint. Huh. Learn how to read. All right. Yep. And no boost. Ah. Dang. At least I get to cancel the abilities. Alright, walk us through the old combat. I think they did a really, really nice job on this game. I mean, this is early access. Overall, pretty good. Alright, so now we have to think. Because now we could get less than 4. So it's, they hit me for 2. I'll be less than 4. And then after combat, I go back up to 8. So I think now could be the time to play the Holy Grail. And I'll have no cards in my hand because obviously I don't play this game well. No, and I wasted it. It's all right. It is all right. But at least they'd only get to draw 1 instead of 2. All right, King Arthur, we're playing Top Deck, the card game. I like how another thing I like about this game is like right there. The game knows I can't play a card, right? I have no cards in hand, so it just automatically skips right to the combat, right to the resolution phase. I like that. It's not like I don't have to click through like
To battle!
I don't have to click through an annoying prompt. Okay, so we're in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. We are in serious trouble right now. She only has 1 card in hand, so it's like I in my heart of hearts, I feel like I need to just aggressively hit, and then after the combat, I can retreat. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit her. I'm going to do a little hit and run. Wait. Oh, that wasn't an attack, was it? Just go back. No, it was. Oh, I'm in my boost phase. Read what's going on. Yeah, so I already moved up to 2 spaces. Check that. Then attack. I love how the game has undos. Thank God. That would have been an embarrassment. All right. Ooh, undefended. Alice. If I only had another card to boost that. All right, so now I'm going to hit and run. So you should never do that in real life. You stay. It's against the law. All right, there we go. Ooh, dang. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, she has to. This is it right here, and I lost. Man, it was a close game, though. I think I'm getting a little bit better because, like, this is the first time that it wasn't an absolute blowout. If I only would have had at least one other card in my dumb hand. Yes, my hand is dumb because I didn't have any cards in it. Um, yeah, card draw is king. I mean, that tempo is king in this game. Like, you need to have cards in your hand. I'm definitely going to be playing this game quite a bit on the channel. I don't care if no one likes this video. I'm still going to do it. Let me know how I can improve on this game. Is it card draw? I think it is. I mean, it's fairly obvious. Um, is there anything you want to see in this? So, I mean, there is that 2v2 mode that might be kind of interesting. I definitely want to play the other factions, so I will be doing another video with the other factions. Like I said, like and subscribe for that. Liking videos lets me know that you guys are into it, and I'll make more content for a particular game. This is a really small channel, so it doesn't need to have a ton of likes. Like, you know, a few would let me know. Cool. Someone else wants to kind of see what's going on. But yeah, this is Unmatched. So far, early access, really good game. It's not even version 1 yet, but wow, this is really polished. Like I said, there's a couple weird interactions, like that close after combat. I think some of the, you know, how it kind of tells you what's going on is a little weird. Um, I do like that it is skipping steps when they don't make sense in the combat, so it kind of makes the game quicker and snappier, but sometimes that was a little jarring the first time. But overall, really nice job. I think maybe it's early access for. This is just me speculating. Like maybe it's just how the game plays. They want you to play against the different factions and you know, maybe call out any bugs or issues. But so far, the AI seems fairly competent, even on easy. They don't make stupid moves. Like, as we saw in other games of this type, like Summoner Wars, like the AI is like, oh, I got to move my character. There's no rational move, and I'm going to move, you know, one space, then back another space. The AI seems to be making somewhat intelligent moves all the time, not just like filling you know, going through the steps, going through the motions. So, really impressed with Unmatched. This definitely showed me that this is, yes, it's a skirmish game, but it's card driven, you know, and very different from other games of this type. I definitely feel, I think there's a comparison. There's a game out right now called Epic Alliance. It's like a Disney game, and it's also card driven. But again, even that, the way the board's constructed is a little bit different, and you actually have more characters on the board. Where this, it's one deck. You know, we have each character has one deck. There's no like deck building or pseudo deck building by like merging a bunch of characters together. So the way the Disney skirmish game works is that you have 3 characters, you shuffle all their decks together to make one shared unified deck. And that's even different than this. This is a little bit tighter. I feel like, you know, I even said it during the video. I felt like I was almost like a chess match where it's, you know, it's not just about attacking, it's about like maybe planning 2, 3, 4 turns ahead. Like maybe I should have kind of fell back, just like the easy computer did. Fell back, regrouped, then came back in an attack. I was being very aggressive the whole game, you know? So very different, very complex, very deep, but also very easy to understand. I could teach this game to my 9-year-old no problem. Uh, but would they play it well? Probably not. There's, you know, do I play it well? Probably not. Awesome game. Great job, guys. Yeah, super impressed. I am just so impressed with this game. Um, Yeah, so keep it up. If you guys like this content, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. And we'll be playing Unmatched again soon. I'll probably set up an online account, and maybe I'll do a stream some weekend in the future, and we can play against each other live. All right, cool. See you.